And hello there, welcome back to the Tales from Cestria, a series of stories based in the world of Terras Venrohyun on the continent of Cestria. I and a bunch of fun individuals get together and we play some tabletop role-playing games. And as you can tell, we're down 2 people so far. One of them's going to be late, the other one, unfortunately, works a part-time job and they scheduled him for today, so he will not be joining us for today. Hey, but that is the price of... We live in a society where we need money to live. That's right. I wish we kind of lived in a society where we didn't have to rely on money, but you know what? Unfortunately, we don't. So,
go live in the jungle, sustain yourself off of the environment.
Pretty much. But before we get started today, as always, a few announcements to be saying. Projects are still going forward on things, so I'm still working on certain projects and everything like that. I am also continuing to write in the book. Okay, anything. A third update, unrelated to D&D streams here today, but it's related to streams as of next week. I am currently on call for our legal system as a juror, and I may not be streaming next week, depending upon if I get selected to be a part of the jury. So yeah, be ready for that. Otherwise, normal streams as planned. More Trails in the Sky. The third, try and blast through as much of that campaign as quickly as possible. So it's going to be pretty much that for a while. Maybe a few other things here and there. Stolaris campaign and a proper collab that isn't fucking breaking every 3 seconds. Okay, yeah, that was a nightmare. But regardless, projects are still going forward. Second of all, if you guys want to be assistant on this thing, over on the Twitch side of things, you can subscribe or donate to the channel, and you can help affect the flow of the game by allowing you to add a set of dice to our players' pools. We have a Wrath and Glory system. These are the glory dice that are going up and down on the screen right now. These are for the players, and these set of dice, they do the same thing for both me and the players itself. Of the Wrath dice right here. Basically, if we make an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, we can add 1d6 up to the number of dice in our pool, dependent upon how many they want to use, in order to add on to the roll to make it either more likely to succeed or have a hope for it to succeed. Players can do this at any time. I'm on their volition, and I can do this at any time for any of my NPCs that I am so choosing to play, be it friend or foe. Other than that, I don't really have many other announcements aside from look forward to upcoming projects. We will be continuing to stream both here on Twitch and on YouTube. And yeah, that's really all I have. Do my players have anything they want to talk about, advertise? I'm in the process of also updating the overlay here to kind of give a better representation of who the players are and everything, and who they're playing, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have no idea who anyone is aside from Hanyakusha.
I'm sorry, what?
Who are you?
I don't
What's
know.
happening?
I pretty much.
Where are we?
Yeah. Oh, and to be honest, it is onto my channel, not on anyone else's channel. That the Wrath and Glory dice happen, unless if Hanyakusha wants to pay me.
Sounds like
You
a no.
guys are really quiet today. It's kind of scary.
We're all behaving and we're on ADHD meds. I don't know what you're saying.
I'm not on meds. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's fair. Anyway, so if no one has anything they want to add on to stuff, well then, who would like to recap what happened during the last session? We'll just go ahead and get started.
Someone
Well,
tried
featuring
to...
Cause, I think he did it.
My eyes!
Oh, there it is.
It's awesome.
Boy, that was gonna pop up. I saw that. I saw the post happen like 4 minutes ago, and I was like, huh, why isn't he reacting? Dang, up there it is.
I had to do it manually.
On that bombshell, the Noah Hunyuk is recovering. Rabbit, Diva, and Kyoku, what would you guys like to describe what happened last time?
Someone tried to cast a spell they didn't know and accidentally summoned a demon or a devil.
I wonder who that could be.
Yeah, I wonder.
So yeah, I learned a new spell and summoned a demon on accident.
Yep.
This have to spend an entire arc to not do such said thing.
Yes.
Darna's so mad at you.
What are you?
Cool.
That's a good question.
You're back.
Anyways, did Rabbit just say BRB?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Diva, you probably remember more of what happened. Give a better recap.
Not exactly, but all I remember because someone
Hunyuk, do
reminded
you want to
me.
save your friends here?
From what? And clean up their mess?
From bad memory.
From bad memory is the answer, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on, I'm trying to remember.
They summon a monkey. Monkey go mad. Mad monkey is gonna attack Iju. Huh?
Nana
Will you
is-
help? Who knows?
It's gonna be a TPK, but I survive.
Yeah, no.
Banana good. Banana valuable.
Can't be a
Banana
TPK if
rare.
I decide to walk away. Eh?
It's gonna recite the DK rap.
Hold on, now that I think about it, we're not in this fight alone, are we?
No, I
No, I'm saying like, isn't the mafia guys gonna help since they're supposed to be watching the house?
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, so the mafia
Don't get paid enough.
head said that he would send men to watch over Jimpak and Tilfa as we went to we were tracking down someone, I think. Right?
We was until you interrupted it. We was about to get that exact information.
Boy.
Well,
Boy, oh boy, boy.
let's go ahead and go a little bit further back. So our heroes ventured into a legitimate shipping company to investigate the possibility of it being a front, confirming that it was a front for illegal drug transfer. They engaged the mafia in battle underneath in a underground storage area, whereupon a demon plant resurrected itself, it seems, and started to attack everything and everyone around it. After barely surviving the plant and defeating it, they finished mopping up the rest of the mafia and reported back to the Godfather, who explained that some of the mafia members did escape and that they fear that Jimpak may be in danger, since he is currently old in a wheelchair and probably not very capable of doing much else. So the Godfather agreed that while they continue to investigate the area and try and uncover what the other illicit things that the other mafia families are doing, he would send some men to help protect them. But before those men could arrive, while the party is in the midst of having breakfast, the young wizard decided he wanted to try casting a new spell, not fully understanding it entirely, as something went awry. Maybe a crossed rune symbol on the ground, maybe mixed up in the chant, and who knows what the final verdict was. Regardless, as a portal begins to open up before you in the front yard of Jimpok's house, so you see a vast underground forest blanketed in a reddish light, as if the very landscape itself is partially on fire. But you see these vivid green, mangled-looking trees out there. Yeah. As you, Kyoku and Barb sit outside and kind of look into it, Moonlight kind of shudders back a bit in a little bit of an instinctual fear as it starts growling.
I'm going to touch Moonlight and be like, "What's wrong?" I'm actually gonna use my ability, I think.
Yeah.
To touch. What is it called? My feature.
Basically, talk to him.
I can speak to the woods. So okay, technically he's a variation of the Blink Dog. Does he know Sylvan? Does Moonlight know Sylvan? Oh wait, no. Beasts can understand your speech, and you gain the ability to decipher their noises and motions. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak to Moonlight.
Basically, he is his body. He's not speaking any communication, but he is completely on guard, and he senses something coming.
Okay, I tell the group something is coming, and not in the lewd way.
Well, right now out front, it's only you two. Everyone else is inside having breakfast.
I thought Phantom. Oh wait,
Okay.
no.
Let's see what I got for spells to
Yes,
alert people.
but before we get there, because this happened technically at the end of last session, I'm just recapping it.
Yes.
You hear the sound of trees rustling through the portal, and sounds of thuds as the floor seems to shake as something moves through it rapidly.
I go tell Moonlight to get everyone else.
A second later, you see a large fist reach out through the side of through the brush and grab the side of the portal, and then a second one. The hand about 4 times your size, Barb, and about 2 times the size of Kyoku's head. And as it kind of pries the portal open bigger, and out steps through a giant monkey-like creature. But it clearly demonic in origin. And its ridged brow hardened like a set of horns. Red flaming fur or coats most of its body, and its gray, almost inhuman skin and right underneath it. 2 large tusks hang out from the lockjaw shaped maw of this creature. And as it steps into this level of the world, the portal closes behind it. Kyoku, you feel a sharp connection. Make a concentration check for me.
I feel a what? I'll make the concentration.
You feel a connection to this beast, so make a concentration check.
Oh, concentration.
Yep. It's basically a constitution check.
Okay. Check, not throw. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, 6.
You are immediately you immediately sense like, I actually summoned something, and then you realize at that split second, I should have been trying to control this thing. Oh shit! As it lets out a from inside, a conversation was happening, and you guys were complimenting like, "Hey, these are actually pretty good things of food," and just a normal conversation and everything before you guys hear the roar, and Fasha goes, or we can see what's going on outside. Along with a quick.
I don't want it.
Along with a quick. You guys also do hear. It sounds like something like heavy, like just go boom into the ground. That. Hey.
Oh, nothing. Just practicing.
Anyway, so with that, and you guys did quickly rush outside to see this creature as well, and Yakusha did cry out like, why can't you guys have a normal morning? As we'll go ahead and shift over now to the battle map here.
I do have a question.
Hey, what's up?
Throughout this battle, can I try to regain that connection I felt
You may
earlier?
certainly try.
Okay.
But we'll need everyone to roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Hey, roll for initiative.
Give me 1 second to get up the turn order. There we go.
Oh. Okay.
Very
This is not
good.
or that's a 1.
Oh boy.
What
Right
is
next to the 19.
what is? Let's see, Moonlight. What's your initiative? Please be faster than mine. And you are 2.15, same thing, pretty much.
I'll get rid of
At
all
least
these
Moonlight's
ones.
going a little bit faster. Moonlight's got 12. I've got. What did I roll?
And for
7.
the sake of ease, I'm just keeping the initiative rolls from for Phantom and Kyoku the same.
Okay. Wait, did Phantom roll a 1?
Phantom, he rolled a 4 from last time, so.
Oh, okay.
Yakusha, what was your initiative?
I didn't roll one. I'm doing so now. Initiative.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20, 25.
25. Alrighty then.
That's the only one thing I'm never gonna be able to roll again. Why did that be wasted on initiative?
I'm gonna go ahead and roll initiative for the monster here.
Crap.
Alright, let's see who's faster.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
Wait, what did he roll?
He rolled a 20
He
on the
rolled a nat
dice.
20.
Oh, that's fucking wild.
But you know
I knew
what?
from the laughter.
You know what?
I was just a slightly slower.
Well, you know what? Actually, top of the round, on Yakusha.
Why am I
first.
here? Can I rethink decision? Yeah.
So you do see this right here.
Okay, I'm coming to the board. Ah!
You were enjoying that.
God, I hate this.
You were enjoying the breakfast, man, and this had to get ruined. It.
Yeah.
How far away is he?
The monk
Me
within
or
range,
Okay.
40 feet away.
I slapped Kyoko.
Yeah, I figured. I was like,
All right,
how far away is he?
Are you gonna deal damage on that slap, or are you just doing it for comedy?
Doing it for comedy.
Okay, just. God damn it!
Out of all times, this early in the morning,
Kyoku, you take 6 points of morale damage.
Oh. Listen. if this one's right, I could have summoned a celestial, but
Could you not wait till after breakfast?
I just had to try it.
Anything else on Yakusha on your turn?
I'm burning you.
Talking is a free action.
Yeah. So what else are you doing on your turn, Yakusha?
Protection of good and evil.
All right, so that's your action to cast. Are you casting it on yourself, right?
Yep.
Alrighty then.
Hey.
It's now this monster's turn.
And
It's-
bonus action turn dread.
Okay, both that turn it. All right, it's going to punch Kyoku in the face now.
But does it hit?
Oh, it'll hit.
Oh, it'll hit. I'll hold him in place. It'll hit.
Oh, you're giving me an advantage? Got it. Okay.
Fuck.
That's a teammate for you. Oh man. What the fuck?
Let's see.
Are you actually?
Betrayal. No.
Okay.
I need you alive so you can send it back.
I am here.
Welcome. We're fighting the demon I summoned.
Okay.
Accident.
I'm coming. Foster,
No,
Go
live.
ahead, since you're here now, Foster,
with the fireball. Is that
Foster
Foster from the top ropes with the fireball? Holy shit!
well, speaking of Foster, can you go ahead and roll initiative for me so we can get your proper initiative?
Okay. Proper initiative. +1 in initiative. I believe so. How's a 21? That's fucking wild.
Damn.
What are you doing
Damn.
next?
Coming
Wait, did you also get 20?
in. Yeah, I can take a picture of it right now.
20 today.
Dude, that's the third nat 20 today. The session just started.
That's crazy.
Anyway,
Deception is act.
let's see. So where was I? All right, I was doing math. I keep getting distracted. ADHD is fun, guys. Anyway,
Sure, it had nothing to do with just someone yelling in your ears all of a sudden.
yeah, that doesn't help either. So, all right. Hey, I forgot my
You forgot?
I forgot something real fast. My React image is on here. I can turn that off, but I'm not actually have VTC
Alright.
functioning today. All right. So,
I turned Hey Goku. I have an idea.
Have I taken any damage?
no, it's literally the second turn in the round.
Cool.
And you're third.
That's Kyoku. That's a 19 hit you.
Does the 19 hit the wizard? That's an asshole question, I'm not gonna lie.
What the fuck? No.
He's just like, no, not actually.
It's a question mark.
Oh wow. So that's a grand total of
Yeah, how much?
16 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Oh, he's fucked!
Rolling that 20.
That's 20 right now.
19.
19. All right. You do not get flung back 20 feet, but now the second attack's coming on you.
Oh, what
Oh
the
god
fuck?
damn it!
Now here's the second attack.
I should have moved you off the way. I don't know why didn't I
15
not
to
move.
hit.
Yeah, that does hit.
Make another strength saving throw for me.
Okay, cool.
And that's
That's
another
a 10?
That's a 10. All right, so you do fail this one, and that's another 14 points of damage to you.
Okay.
And you get flung back 5, 10, 15, 20 in this direction.
Going against the fence? Okay.
Yep. I'm just going to do a check there. All right, thankfully you land in the flower bed that's right up front, and it helps kind of slow your fall down, and you don't take additional damage from that.
Oh, thank you.
Not the tulips.
Yep. And now he's going to charge forward and do a
Oh shit!
third attack onto you.
It's 3 attacks?
With disadvantage?
I'm starting to think this is not the normal one. I think he need to tweak this.
With disadvantage?
Yes, because you do have protection from good and evil on you.
Let's go.
Still?
No, dog, don't eat the Adderall!
What?
How do you dodge this one?
I don't. I block it. I grab his hands.
Okay, as you get ready to block his fist, as you realize he's not coming in with his fist. And as he comes out and he brings his jaw in and tries to bite
Is
at
that his
you.
dick?
He tries to bite at you as you're
Holding his teeth.
Yeah, you basically grab his mouth out, his locked jaw on the thing. He's struggling to you. It's
My shirt explodes open.
It's not the first time Hangyaku has given somebody locked
for
up.
the purposes of this, I want you to make a strength check real fast for me.
Oh boy.
And we're
I'm
gonna,
gonna fail this.
and we're gonna compare it to him real fast.
Wait, question: can I use a glory dice? Because this is a glory
Yeah.
dice I earned.
Yeah. How many do you want to use?
Okay.
All of them.
I earned it. No, one because I earned it.
Right, 1d6.
So one strength check. Thank God I asked for a glory dice. So how's a 13? 'Cause that's gonna do nothing.
13, right?
Yeah. I'm going to be swallowed again.
Yeah.
For the purposes of what's happening, you are considered restrained at the moment as you are equally holding back its jaw at the end of its turn. So you are
That
considered
sounds about right.
you are considered restrained until you try and break the restraint by either
Does that mean he also is restrained?
he's also well
No.
That's the question.
that's a 17 month subscription. What
If
do
you're
you
trying
want?
to eat me,
I want a raft dice, Ita.
Okay, grab this.
This is some bullshit.
Yes. So yeah,
This is going for 17 months just to fuck us.
But yeah, he is considered partial restrained, and so yes, as he's trying to like bite down on you, and you're just barely holding him back. Meanwhile, Fasha, it's your turn.
Cool. So it's kind of hard to tell with the tokens.
You are right here.
If I thanks for moving my screen. I had it perfect. You asked. Why did you do that? Anyway, if I moved slightly, would I be able to have a clear shot into this open mouth that Hangakusha has given us?
You may certainly
Please
try. You may certainly try.
I will allow this. I'll take the damage for it.
What are you trying to do?
All right, I'm gonna move. Let me move it. What? Why can I not move it?
Oh, there's a barrier there. You need to go down one. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, cool. Bam, right there. I would then like to fireball straight into its mouth. I want it to deep throat this fireball.
All right.
I'd say it that
Are you
way.
going to use anything else on that?
I'm gonna add careful spell so they automatically succeed. Yes.
All right. Dexterity saving throw, and we'll give him disadvantage because
I said I'll take the damage, but that's fine.
Oh, by the way, it's no, I'm
are,
kidding.
You are taking the damage. You're just not having to make a roll for it.
Can I catch it with my knife?
You want to catch it with your cheeks, man?
He catches it with his feet.
Catch it with my feet with my monkey ability to dunk it into his mouth.
Well, I don't think you need to because he rolled 2 4s,
What the fuck?
which is a grand total of 9.
I'm gathering up the d6s. That's 8. Cool, let's go. Ugh.
That's it?
No, shut up.
Also, hold on. I just want to take a moment to point out.
Was it 8 sixes or 8 damage total?
34 damage total for the 3 people. That would be 17
Yep.
halved. So
Eh?
it was straight into his mouth, which is
Alright.
probably the coolest combo that me and Ren have ever done.
Yep. It works. The fireball explodes out, and a burst of flame comes out. Barb, you do take 17 points of damage.
Why?
Why? Because you're in that cone where it's
Didn't
going
he
to be
stay
happening.
past it or something?
Yeah, we take half the damage and not all the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, careful spell does not negate the damage. You guys just take half.
Yeah,
So,
so-
if I do a dex save, I half of half?
No, you don't. No, it just automatically.
You just
happens.
automatically succeed.
It's as if the flames itself form around you magically. You
Damn
still
it.
get burned, but you're not like feeling the full explosion of it.
Yes, because remember,
17,
kids, fire is hot.
Yeah.
I look back, I'm like, hey, watch where you're throwing that asshole.
I was.
Yeah, but I will say, with how this worked, Moonlight does not take any damage.
Nice.
Well, thank God.
because you
I
put
would have
it-
fucking killed you.
That
if
was
you didn't hurt
perfectly within my
knife.
plans. Anyway, Hitza, I'm not done yet.
All right.
Metamagic, fucking
Spell.
quicken
What's that
spell to firebolt it.
Make the attack roll.
I was gonna say Thunderbolt.
Oh yeah. Also, I will say that with that fireball that kind of exploded, it breaks the condition that you were under. So it kind of pushes him back. So no, just his head back. He's still in the same position. He's too big to be moved by that.
How's a 14?
I'm no longer restrained.
You're no longer considered restrained. Yes.
Ah,
How's a 14?
14. You see the fireball fly up. It hits his skin and dissipates and does nothing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That means I just have to hit it harder with more powerful fire spells.
Pretty much.
Alright, that's my turn.
All right. Ragda. It's currently AFK, so
We'll circle back.
can we all
around.
take?
it's your turn,
Oh, okay,
Ragda. What are you up to? I forgot about
Alright, so I'm picking up this hammer. I guess I technically didn't see Ijuin summon it, so I don't know he's the one that caused this.
Yep.
Wait.
You see
Also,
Didn't
I'm
Hanyakisha
already tired of this holier than
Hey.
devout shit.
Didn't Hanyakisha already go?
yes. You
Oh.
see?
Yeah, what was your
Oh,
initiative?
because I'm.
What was your
freaking
initiative, Barb?
On the wall.
I don't recall. 7?
7. Okay.
All right, so I'm running over here with the giant hammer. We're gonna try to hit it. We're gonna smack at that ape.
Make an attack roll.
Hurrah!
Raw.
Hurrah! There it is. 21.
That's the
Yeah,
that
I
was a
should
13 on the dice. So yep, 21 hits.
Yeah, and then as it smacks into it, the head of the maw glows white and explodes.
It's
I'm gonna
smiting as
refresh
well.
the page.
For a divine smite, it's an extra 3d8 radiant damage
All right.
because it's a fiend.
Nobody's
That's a
showing up in
demon,
the
yeah.
turn order track.
Probably
Okay.
we need to reset it. I got the turn order. You're fine.
I
You are
I've
after.
refreshed.
I'll tell you right now. You're after Fenrir.
Okay.
All right, what's the damage output? 12 for that one. All right.
Oh yeah, so 24 total.
All right. So as you impact the hammer, you feel as if you're hitting just. You feel like you're hitting solid steel. You know, this Abe has really strong muscles. The explosion, however, swells shortly as you decide to, pump a bit more into it. That seems to do a normal amount of damage. And it kind of just.
I'm not sure you can learn a thing or two from this guy's workout routine. He's got hands.
In the meantime, it is now Tilfa's turn. Tilfa sees what's going on. Oh, okay. Grabs the rapier, pulls it out, and 5, 10, 15. Actually, I'll double choose right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, she makes it into range. Good job, Tilfa. Tilfa.
Oh boy.
He's going to make an attack roll against it. She rolls an 18 on the dice. That's going to hit. I'm just going to roll some damage for her. Actually, wait. Do that. And then... As you see her stab into this demon, you see the blade, you see the runes and the engravings on the blade ignite in a glow as the blade just sinks straight into the demon like a hot knife through butter, and the demon cries out in pure agonizing pain as it just takes a fuck ton of damage. It's not looking very well after that attack there, though.
I hope we get to my turn before combat ends.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35.
And to be fair, it got hit with a fireball straight in its throat, so...
And it seemed to tank it like a boss. Anyway, that's...
Get it, though! 34 points of damage.
It did. Anyway, Barb, it's your turn.
Moonlight's before me. Going to jump on Moonlight and tell Moonlight to blink. And since Moonlight has an initiative at 12, Moonlight's going to blink towards Fascia.
Okay.
And
Fascia's just wide-eyed.
I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna smack Fascia in the back of the head.
Why? Roll to attack.
Because
Roll
you
to attack.
bastard.
I'll do it again if you hit me. I don't care about the gorilla. I'll fireball both of us right now.
Anyway,
So roll to attack. Let's see it.
18 to hit with just
Yep.
bare-handed.
Yep. Fireball coming your way. Fifth
better not
level.
hurt
No
Moonlight.
careful spell.
You better not hurt Moonlight or I'll kill you. Anyways,
Well, I didn't hurt him the first time, and you're attacking me, so.
You almost did. You hurt me.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know if you know. This is kind of my thing, though, and I
Yes.
could have made it worse. So.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
only smacked you for hurting me.
Okay, cool,
Moonlight.
fine. That's
Hurting
okay.
your teammates does seem to be your thing. That's
Okay,
on point.
fair enough. Fair enough. You are right. You just smacked me. How about just a Fascia Scorcher instead of a fireball?
That's a fact.
Alright, Bob, are you doing anything else on your turn?
That was pretty much my action, I think, and
Okay,
movement.
so you get into an argument with Foster. That's your entire turn.
Yes.
Fascia's about to burn us all.
Alright, Phantom, for the sake of ease, is just going to fire an Eldritch Blast. It hits and deals some damage. Roll that. 2, 3. Alright.
Oh, by the way, yeah, I only take 1 damage, blah 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 bludgeoning damage.
Did not do a
That's
whole
all you
lot.
take.
I'll remember that. Fascia
Yeah,
will
well-
remember that.
It's actually
It's a
good.
telltale game.
I mean, if we want to make if we want to make it fair, I have to hit you another 13 times.
Well, hit's a hit, so I'll expect another one coming your way. Cause mine was just for the sake of like killing the enemy faster. You just did it because why?
Because you burnt me, you little bastard.
I controlled the flames around you.
You little bastard.
Meanwhile,
I don't know if you
Down
know,
by the
fire is hot.
don't make me serve you. Meanwhile, down by the fence, Kyoku, it's your turn.
I'm gonna gravity sinkhole. As I try and command this thing to stand down.
It's going to be an action to try and command it and an action to try and do the spell. You get one or the other.
Oh. I'll command it then.
All right. Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay.
Actually, no. Since it's a spell, make an Arcana check at disadvantage.
Arcana. Okay,
Arcana, yeah.
I'll do that. So. Luck. Can I, is it before seeing the thing
Before
that I got
telling
to
me
use
the
it
total,
for?
how many do you want to
Before-
use?
How many do we have?
2.
All of them.
Can I use them?
Sure. 2 dice.
Oh boy.
Okay, is it 2 plus 6s?
It's 2d6s added on.
Or yeah, that's what I meant. The fuck is that on here? There it is. Okay, that's a 17 total.
17 total. You feel as if you are making the connection as you channel your magical energy into it. But this is an angry monkey. Angry monkey, not listen. Angry monkey smash.
Monkey want banana.
Monkey is too angry, just a little too angry to listen to command of a small man.
To be
hang
fair,
on.
we force-fed it a fireball, so.
Hang on.
Yeah, it's kind of raging right now. It didn't work.
I know.
It's your
Do I
action.
have food on me? Hang on. I think I have rations on me. Can I?
But are they actually on your person when you summon this creature out here? Or are they in the bag that's in the house still? Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say.
the logic is too sound here, unfortunately.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say I wanted to bonus action throw it some food.
Yeah, you don't have any food on you. It's all inside the house currently.
Fuck. I want to tame this thing.
Well, at the end of your turn, coming from inside the house, you see Jim Park kind of reeling himself out. What's going on out here? Hey, what's up? Is that correct?
Get back inside the house, Grandpa!
As he proceeds to fire out a spell. As for what spell, what spell do I want to have him cast today?
Can
Spell magic, that'll do it.
I was gonna say, can Kyoku try and persuade him to cast a spell to help calm it down rather than kill it?
Oh, he's already casting it. Sorry, yeah, no.
Okay.
Is the good job. Devo just subscribed. Devo,
What?
Devo, do you want a Wrath or a Glory Dice?
We have none, so I'll go with the glory dice.
We have no Glory Dice currently. There's 4 Wrath Dice though.
Whack.
So I'll give it the glory dice.
Glory
I'll
Dice?
give it a
Alright.
Yep, but Fasha can't use it.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
Damn it.
Plus, it's Pasha. He's not going to use it anyway.
You're disconnected.
Alright, yeah, no, fuck this. So yeah, it's on, Diva. I don't know what you have against Fasha, but it's on. Like, yeah, I'm giving you so many chances. Ren doesn't even get this many chances.
You
Okay.
begged me for
No,
fucking...
and you have used 2 actions in the past 3 sessions to fuck with me. So guess what? Fasha's fucking back. Ren doesn't even get that.
Anyway,
Surprisingly, he's
as
not
you guys
lying.
are having this argument, and a bolt of lightning flies out of Jim Bog's hand and strikes at the monkey man here. Who does manage to save, but well, no, I'm just gonna go ahead and type this in because you know, a lot of dice for a 9th level lightning bolt.
A night.
It's dead. It's just dead.
If you're using a 9th level spell, it's gone.
It's dead. It's dead. Don't even fucking bother.
He might roll all ones. Who knows?
If that thing is alive with just 1 hit point, I need it to like be looking like Cell after Gohan Kamehameha'd him. Okay, he's just missing part of his head. There's a leg gone. There's an arm gone.
Let's see. So 8d6 normally, upscaled 8, 9, 10. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14d8. 14d6s. Got it. Let's see. Slash roll 14d6. Alright, 48 damage tapped.
For a 9th level spell, that's actually not that much.
Yeah, like
Is it 24 damage?
that's 48 damage.
I thought you said halved.
At
Oh,
half,
it's
yeah.
already halved?
It's halved at 48.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, 24
It's
damage,
never-
which is enough to kill it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I see a lot of 2s, 3s, and a single 1 in that roll, so it was possible.
Fuck, I wanted to tame it.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it. You just see the lightning bolt just go out as it dodges, but just enough of it clips it that it just redirects on top of him. and almost as almost
Love
like,
that cutout. Did you turn back on Discord filter?
I did not fucking turn on Discord filter. It should be fucking off. God fucking damn it.
I'm just saying, it fixed it last time, so I thought you might have turned it back on.
Fucking hell, man. Well, also, I may have also partially interrupted myself there. As I was saying, so, as the lightning bolt thing, it's kind of like, it almost looks like Emperor Palpatine shooting force lightning out at him, but it's from Jinpok, and he's not yelling unlimited power. He's just like,
Just old man noises.
just old man noises. As far as you can tell, the Grung is electrocuted to death, and the corpse kind of falls to the ground and dissipates into before you.
Damn it.
That was short.
I was gonna study it, damn.
Yeah, that ends the fight pretty much there. Good job, guys. Good job.
Is there still bone?
Nope, it dissipates entirely.
Can I have burning hands in the direction of Barb, please? With careful spell on.
With careful. Like that matter.
Nah, see what? Before Fascia can do anything, I'm gonna cast
He's
Wall of
careful
Stone and
spelling
put
golden
Fascia.
for moonlight.
I'm going to cast Wall of Stone and put Fascia in a stone cube. Prison.
Another permanent turn
Make-
order at that point.
Make competitive dexterity checks for me. Actually,
Dexterity checks or
competitive sleight of hand checks.
Mm,
See
We're
who's-
really doing this.
Let's see who's faster with the spell casting, pretty much.
oh, not me. No.
I got a 14.
I'm going to use a glory dice because I bought it.
Okay.
Was it a D4?
Add the D6.
Using a glory dice over a party dispute is really funny.
Was it a D4 or something?
D6.
Oh, nice.
Speaking of party disputes, I go over to Kyoku and pick him up by the collar. What do you mean you wanted to tame that demon?
I don't. Okay, out of character. I don't think I said that in character. That
Can
was
Moonlight
just
help me?
as a player saying that.
Moonlight
but,
cannot help you cast your spell faster.
Nobody
But
can bite Fascia's
you know
hand.
what? Ragnar, give me insight.
Also, I rolled a total of 13.
Can you hear me, Ragnar?
And it was a 14 for Fascia, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it just takes me forever to roll.
What's the competing thing for you to?
Oh, he rolled a 16 on insight. How well do you decide? How well do you hide your interest and everything like that? Make either a deception or persuasion check of your choice and use that as your DC.
I was
he's
short
right.
of 2.
Deception.
I'm short of 2 for winning.
Yeah,
the,
that's a 7, so you succeed.
Wow. Oh yeah, what?
But yes, let's
Ragnar, you did notice in Kyoku's emotions, you could see on his face that he was a tad bit disappointed when
He's pouting.
nothing happened. That when he tried to tame it, well, not tame it, but told it to stand down, you can see that he was a little disappointed from his facial expression.
He told him to stand down. He also told the old man to try to hold back a bit.
Okay, that to be fair was out of character. I didn't.
Before we go any further with this, but first thing
Before we
first,
go any
7 damage, Barb. Moving on.
Actually, real fast before you even cast the thing. Counterspelled by Jinpok.
Okay, cool.
You got counterspell.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
What's that?
What about me?
Why
He can't,
out here? Why are you trying to burn your own friend?
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't think you
What?
realized he left the call.
What?
Because he got counterspelled.
Yeah.
I'll have a word with him later. I'll have a word with him later.
Cowardice.
But yeah, you
I
did
can
notice.
see why he gets upset.
I mean, if it was any other element, if it was water or earth or wind, Barb would be like, just be careful next time, but it was fucking fire.
You who wears leaves.
Exactly. And I was like, oh my god. Oh boy.
My outfit,
In
no!
light of this, then,
Oof. Feels
Rock.
bad though.
in light of this, then, we'll go ahead and just say that he's coming. Never mind.
Oh. Did
Ron,
disconnect?
do you react in
Oh,
any
no,
way
no.
towards Kyoku?
Never mind. That was something different. So yeah.
No, I
that
just
was-
throw you aside.
That was something else. All right. So anyway, in light of this, we'll just say that after the spell gets, after the Burning Hands gets counterspelled, Foster just walks off.
Okay.
Like clearly upset and whatever. I have no idea, but
Eh. Can I heal myself?
you didn't take any. Oh yeah, you did take damage from the initial fireball. So if you want to, yeah.
I'm gonna cure wounds. I'm going to apply herbal remedies to myself using cure wounds.
I will be right back, Ita.
All right.
I'll be quick.
I healed 9 hit points. That'll do.
Oh, anyone want to tell me why there was a demon up here and why we're having friendly fire incidences?
Because someone wasn't careful with their fireball and didn't wait until, it was safe to do it.
Well, to be fair, fireball's never been a safe spell.
No, but I have all these plants and stuff, and I don't need them getting burned.
But from what I can tell, you weren't that singed, were you?
Quarter of my hit points.
As for the
It's more than
demon,
just
I'll kind of like wander over to the ritual spot.
It definitely looks like a wizardy sort of. Let's make an Arcana check.
Oh, so they just muted, or did they leave the voice chat entirely?
They left the voice chat entirely.
Oh, wait.
and-
Oh no, it's acrobatics.
Oh no!
That's acrobatic. Yeah.
Oh, still
Alrighty.
21.
Oh no!
I'm back. What happened?
Why?
Why are we rolling?
Because apparently, Ragna backflipped over to the ritual site. It's like, it appears it was summoned.
Kyoku. Kyoku's like, but by who?
Right, who?
He's all,
What's up? Huh?
I'll be right back. My character goes into an automatic frenzy of exercises. Huh?
I understand.
oh.
Why don't you just go try to follow Fasha for a bit?
I'm gonna go with Kyoku.
Okay. I don't know. The Diva's just tagging along for whatever I do, I guess.
Yeah, make sure you don't get any more trouble. If you try and cast any more spells you've never cast before, you can at least help. Or ask your mentor for help. Maybe.
Want to summon another demon? I
At
don't
least,
have the spell. I don't have the spell slot.
tell you right now, if we tried and failed, it wouldn't be a lesser demon.
Yeah, I know. That's what the spell says. It wouldn't.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, so is
Now we all go back inside and cool our heads for a bit.
Sure.
wait, so
I
is
could do
Fasha coming back?
I can do some research.
We'll go ahead and take a.
I don't think so.
What?
You can take a break if you want and talk to him.
Yeah. So we'll be right back, guys. It's very sharp impromptu break, very early on. But then again, sometimes we're really late on breaks too. So. All right, and we're back. Sorry for the interruption there. But we're back. We're more casual and everything like that. We all went to the bathroom, got some drinks, and we're back now. And we're going to shift the scene slightly as everyone goes back into the house and Jimba kind of showing the adultness of himself, saying,
All right, everyone sit down at the table. Jennifer, could you please take care of the dishes, please? You're not in trouble for this.
okay.
That's funny.
What the heck? What in the seven hells happened out there? I see demons being summoned. I see teammates trying to burn each other and arguments happening and things.
Well, one of our teammates decided to use Fireball and managed to hit like 3 of us, and so I beat him to 2. So I went back, being a spellcaster, sat beside them because I was not supposed to be in range of melee combat, and I smacked him in the back of the head for setting me on fire.
But why are you set on fire?
Huh?
Okay.
I got hurt because of their fireball, and I am cautious with my pet moonbeam. So yes.
Your moon was
Moonlight
And
looks
know
up
what
at
I'm
you,
like-
like, why are you messing my name up, man?
Moonbeam.
Moonlight, whatever. Yes. But no, like I was just cautious because a lot of the stuff I carry is made of like wood, leaves, or burnable material, and I'm like, don't set me on fire, goddammit.
Why are you set on fire?
I thought I was. I don't know. I didn't know how fireball worked. I thought it hit everything in a radius. I don't use fire spells.
It does.
I don't use so.
Fireball is a very chaotic spell.
Yes. So I was like, if
Maybe
you're gonna do
this would
that,
be a
then-
better explanation.
eh.
Fire is not something one can control, only manipulate. It's not an easy thing to use.
Uh-huh.
And he does a little gesture with his hands, and a small flame appears in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
We have the regular flame in here. Now if I take something let's see,
And he points to you, Ronra.
can you hand me a piece of paper? Can you rip off one of those hand me that leaf there, please. Or 2 of those leaves, yes. I accidentally pointed to Ragnar, but he's currently muted. Okay, you there, Yoku, young lad. Oh, he's back.
I've just got noise around me. I can breathe a bit of fire for you.
I have fire in my hand right now.
So is it me or Ragnar?
Somebody get me 2 leaves, please. Just plunk them off the plant.
Mm-hmm.
Kyoku will grab a couple leaves.
Right, thank you. As we know, fire is not something that. Fire is something that both destroys,
Is as much as it does anything else. And he holds the leaf over the flame in his hand, and you see it. Yeah, the flame ignites it. It dissipates and burns into ash.
But fire is also a life giver. There are certain plants in certain areas that can only reproduce with fire. And there's also the fact that we have Oscar, the goddess of flame herself. She has been known to be a very benevolent and purifying person. As such, her flame,
And as you see him kind of like shift around, the flame flickers in a way. It doesn't change how it looks, it just flickers as if agitated.
with Oscar, if you understand and the true belief behind what fire really is and how it may work,
As he brings the second leaf over to the flame, the leaf passes over the flame like the first one did. But the flame just forms around it, and it doesn't burn.
a mage who is skilled enough to understand how this magic works and how a base understanding of what fire does, can easily manipulate the flame in a way that it will not burn. But because it is still fire, he hands the leaf to you, Barb.
Yes, we must keep in mind that.
When you grab the leaf, it is hot.
Yes, we must keep in mind that Fascia is not as experienced as you are, though. So
But here's the thing. We go back to the fireball spell.
yes,
The fireball spell is not just a burst of fire. It's a literal explosion. Like it literally just goes boom and everything burns.
yes.
So what you're feeling most of the time is not the flame, but the actual impact of the explosion.
I see.
But in the case of controlled fireballs, have you ever held a hot pan before?
No, most people don't put hot pans on purpose.
Yeah, it feels like that, no.
Haha.
Like you're being hit
Sure.
with a like being hit with a burning hot pan and just right across the face. I know this.
Yeah,
I've experienced.
And what do people do to deserve that?
Well,
Like,
what was the situation? Where was the fireball cast? And how
it was
cast?
cast. It was cast by Fascia. It was casted in a way that it didn't hit the person in the ape's mouth, and then yet it hit
targeted
everyone
it
else.
specifically in his mouth.
Yes.
He points to you, Hanyakasha.
You said only 2 people
So-
were hit with it. Could you describe how that
Yeah.
fireball explosion happened and how it normally looks when he uses it?
When the fireball hit, it exploded in front of us. No real burning, but just an intense force of heat.
And did it explode in a radius like it normally does, or was it more directed because it was located within something else?
It was more directed.
Sounds like to me that the young Fascia is very adept with his fire magic and knows exactly where to place it and how to protect his allies.
Barbara's gonna pout.
Perhaps you should have this conversation with him when he gets back. Let the boy steam for now. I'm sure he's frustrated at a great number of things. Nobles tend to be like that sometimes. I have no idea why.
What?
You a noble? His name was Phil.
Yes.
Or was it Philip? I'll call him Phil.
No.
Guy had a stick up his butt if ever I've seen one. Good God, complained about everything. But he was a good lad. And as you got down to talk with him, he was very charismatic, very nice, very considerate of his people. He just sounded like an asshole.
Who?
Phil.
Oh, Phil.
Yeah. He walked like an asshole, spoke like an asshole. He was basically an asshole. But he was never unfair. He was a good noble. Took care of his people.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't like his ass. Just thinking about his time. Anyway,
He was a considerate asshole.
there you go. Considerate asshole. I don't have no idea how that exists, but it does. Anyway, so I hope you understand that yes, sometimes the only way to help someone is to hurt your friends in a small way. So long as you're trying to protect them as best you can. That came out wrong. Boy, this fireball is dangerous and should be respected and feared at the same time.
Yeah.
Alright. Now then. What? Was there a demon in my front yard?
That one you can initiate to our other wizard as I scoot him forward.
What were you trying to summon the celestial?
Perhaps.
Make a deception check at disadvantage.
Why?
I was
You're not lying.
I okay.
You did say the words perhaps.
Yeah, you did.
I feel like that was more acknowledgement, but okay. 12.
So,
Okay. So, what happened? What felt
Yeah,
off
so-
about it?
to remind you, Kyoku, you rolled on the percentage to summon either a celestial or a demon. It was a 50-50 chance. You rolled a 48.
Yeah.
So it was very close. There was just a tiny thing off. I'll let you describe how it was off in this regard.
I think perhaps I got a rune wrong, but or maybe I messed up a chant at the very end of it. But I know I was close. I think I just made one tiny mistake, and well, it summoned that ape.
Yes, the Grung. English
Mm,
demon
yes.
of a beast. Usually a frontline fighter for them. Quite resilient. Very much. I sound like Master Roshi now. Anyway, I'm Master Roshi now. Deal with it.
Can I be honest though?
Yes?
There was this feeling I had when I summoned it. Some sort of connection?
It would just be part of the spell itself. Generally speaking, when you summon a creature of any sort of magnitude, you form a connection with it. A arcane connection with it. As a druid, I think you have an understanding of what I'm speaking of, right?
Yes, of course, of course. I
Perhaps
looked
you
at
can give him a little
moon.
lesson later on about how this connection functions. But the point is that the spell you learned from me trying to summon, and the celestial, forms a sort of unspoken contract with you and whatever you summon. Basically, it allows you to exert a level of control over them, but you don't take their complete agency away.
You seem to
Well,
be very
right,
knowledgeable
right.
about summoning. Out of curiosity, I don't remember the NPC's name, so I'm just gonna call him Old Man.
Jimpock.
What?
Jimpock is the name.
So you seem pretty knowledgeable about spells, Jim Puck. I'm just curious, are there any celestials or demons that would live in the forest setting that could be summoned?
Oh yeah, there's a ton of them that live in the underforest of Alendresh. Absolutely.
Huh. Do you have any books about them?
No, that wasn't my field of expertise. Granted, yes, I do know how to summon monsters, but oh god,
I'm always
now that's
trying to
what I
learn
do
how
now.
to. I'm always trying to summon new creatures, but
sometimes the best way to summon them is to meet them yourself. Make a
Yeah,
proper
but,
contract with them that way. Especially celestial creatures. Celestial creatures tend to be more finicky than most natural ones.
mm-hmm.
But a lot of times it's more or less just understanding the animal themselves. So, studying local wildlife, understanding the local environment. If you can find any good biologists, yes, I'd recommend them. They're very good at it.
I am a herbologist, but I'm taking notes while he's
It's all
talking.
you can do. As far as the summoning of demons and celestials, yes, there is a level of control that one must have.
Yes,
Grunges,
of
on the
course.
other hand, when they're not angry, they're angry.
So that was a grog. If one were to try and intentionally summon it, could it be controlled?
Possibly. I've never tried.
I see.
I never tried.
I read that. I'll keep that in mind. It was a giant ape, and I'm like, well, apes are kind of found in forests, so it's not a stretch, not a huge one, but it's demonic, so.
I know it's. Sorry, Diva. Did you want to
No
say
worries.
something else? I didn't want to.
No, I'm done.
Okay. I I know it's not recommended with what it is, but if I were to be able to control these things, they could be of great help in battle.
Mm-hmm.
The Celestials, for sure. Demons! I wouldn't trust them with a 29.5-foot pole.
Yeah. The next time you try and summon a Celestial and you need help, just ask me, I can help.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have you rewrite go ahead and just redraw the symbol of the sigil summoning circle you had, and I want to see where you possibly went wrong.
Alrighty.
Out of character, I'll be right back.
Not a problem.
First off, let's head outside. I don't think we should be drawing it in your house.
Oh, you're not going to be casting the spell. Draw it on a piece of paper. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah. The summoning circle. You have to use specific ingredients for it. Here, you just use regular ink. Regular ink has no magic in it.
All right. Kyoku's gonna draw out his summoning circle.
Right.
It's around this time that Tilfa returns from cleaning up things.
Right. That's all the dishes. So.
Let's see. Shout out real fast. Thank you, Hita, for the raid. Hope you're doing fun. Hope you had a fun time today. We're down a couple players today, but having fun as best we can. Tilfa comes over to walks up to the table, takes a spotted thing, kind of looks towards you, Hanyakasha.
So. About last night.
I turn my chair around. Go on.
So. I have a friend that works with the mafia. Well, they're part of the mafia, kind of. But they basically are part of the mafia and work for them. If you're wondering why I was messaging, that's who I was messaging.
I hate my chat.
Yes.
Oh, but why is he so secretive about it?
Because I didn't know how you guys would react to it.
We're literally helping the mafia, despite our reasonings.
And also, Starfasha doesn't seem to be very fond of criminals. But my friend's not a criminal. He's good.
Everyone has some good in their own way.
So
Is your
I
friend
don't know
in
if I thought
trouble?
all at once.
I think he might be.
You think he works under the same person we're after?
Not intentionally. He works for the local, real estate agency. The one that's in charge of our mortgage.
He might have a little less good in his heart.
Second, I'm scrolling through my notes because I accidentally lost my notes.
Look, we could promise that we could try to promise that no harm will come from us to your friend. As long as you're willing to travel and adventure with us and show us who exactly he is.
I was always gonna come with you. It's,
Really?
yeah.
Sorry for giving me the benefit of the doubt that you didn't want to come, but it is dangerous.
It's not just. I mean, yes, I'm scared. I mean, this is a lot of responsibility. As she, like, kind of looks at as she kind of puts her hand on the rapier on her hip. Large responsibility I've been thrusted upon. But during that last little fight, I didn't feel so afraid. In fact, I feel as if I became a lot stronger from before. I don't... It's hard to explain, isn't it, dear? Yeah, exactly. I know the feeling. My boy, I think she'll be fine. Granted, if her parents were still around, they'd be very upset with you dragging their little girl into danger, but...
Yes, Pancake. Go on. I know that putting your
What about
granddaughter
pancakes?
in... Pancakes are delicious.
They are
Anyway,
delicious.
sorry, I'm still hungry for breakfast. I didn't really get to finish my breakfast because of what happened. Point of the matter is, still stands. I know this is probably selfish for me to say, but Dilfa, I never wanted to put you into danger. The fact is that we met through the weirdest of circumstances. That it was only destiny that brought us here together today. Means that I can't prevent it even if I try.
Fenrir kind of walks up to Tilfa's side, kind of just plops his head on her lap. She's kind of just
Say
gently
where it
steps.
goes with Fenrir. I think it was destined for me to bring him to you. As much as I want him by my side, I think
He kind of gives you the stink eye when you say that.
I think y'all need each other more than I do.
There's a calm smile on her face and a look of silent determination as well.
I want to keep helping you. I won't back down. The fight with the demon plant was scary, but I also felt as if something inside me was, I don't know, reborn or enlightened.
You found a new purpose, is what you found. And that's a call to any hero. That's what calls any of us. I wasn't planning to be an adventurer. I got dragged into it by a bunch of other people during the cart. After meeting Bone Daddy, I saw that I could be better than who I am. I can't speak the same for the others, but I'm pretty sure they feel the same way.
Looking around the table, she kind of sees everyone doing their own thing. Ragnar, what are you doing currently at the table while this conversation is going on? Are you just kind of silently listening, or?
Just discovering there was a one-on-one conversation.
Yeah, everyone's at the table still.
Can't hear the others. They're unmuted. I think that's just you. Sorry, chat. Audio issues.
Now he can't hear anything.
Okay,
no.
that's definitely you. It's definitely you.
But yeah, what's wrong?
I was just Arnold's just listening in.
Just silently agreeing and everything.
Yeah. I ain't gonna argue with a hero of the past.
Yes, I am. What then?
Or the hero. We might argue with the hero of the present. I guess we're just lesser heroes. Whatever, it's cool.
Hero of the past?
So,
Is that...
Jimbok.
so what I'm saying is, I'm not here for fame, glory, or a sign of acknowledgement. I'm here because I want to be a legend and my family wanted me.
I'm here because I like pizza. I want to eat more of it.
It is very good. The nice melted cheese on top of a freshly baked loaf of bread, toasted in the oven hot. Sublime.
There's a
know.
meme of a paladin saying that. I had to take it.
I don't know. They said there's a good calzones in this city right now. That's pretty great.
Have you tried the paninis yet?
Oh no! Where?
Let's see. Oh, a second. I have that. I wrote it down somewhere.
Oh wait, this is the same Panini guy. I forgot. What?
Oh, wait, look in notes. There's a note specifically for the paninis.
There we go.
Yeah. There's a thread specifically for the paninis.
What? Now, all I can do, and I can't even promise you, but I'll do my best to protect you and my other teammates. As a leader, that's the one job that I need to keep.
And Kyoku speaks up. And of course, we'll protect you as well. Not just Hangyaku, but we all got your back.
If you think your friend has some good left in him, then so will I. We'll protect him too.
We all probably
I'll
gonna
try
get
to.
fireball for this.
Hey, we were gonna hold off on that.
But I'm sure that Pasha will come around if he realizes that he's not a criminal, possibly.
We were gonna hold off on that argument. We promised.
Well, I can say for certain that my friend is all right. The message went out, but without getting any response, I do fear that something has happened to him.
Well, you know the location and where he's headed. So it's your call if we go.
I know where he works and where he lives, but
That's what I meant to say.
yeah,
Sorry.
Well, if he's not responding, then there's the case that he might be in danger or even worse, possessed.
I literally just said that.
Either way, it's your
Precisely.
call what we should do. We can continue our mission. Maybe our mission is intertwined. Maybe we have to go see your friend. Either way. I said kill two birds with one stone. Let's go.
Right.
But
Let's
first,
head off to the real estate agency. Be a good starting point.
but what about our teammate?
Phantom kind of volunteers.
I'll go get him, and then I'll come back here and protect Jim Park should the mafia members not arrive.
Kyoko, you know what that means, right?
It's me and you.
What? No. Eh? You and Barb is on magic duty. Eh?
I'm gonna be honest, I spaced out there for a minute. So
You were busy. You were still busy finishing up the summoning circle you created.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
But Hengaki, you said he Barb's on magic duty.
You and Barbara's on magic duty, providing support.
Alrighty, that's
We don't have our usual. I need y'all to be the heavy hitters for today.
I looked at Barb. You got any of those mana potions? I kind of used all of my 4th level spells today already.
Eh?
I'll
You
pay
need
you, of
another-
course.
You need another mana potion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Barb is gonna go through her bag of alchemy and see what's in there.
Let me look in my inventory. Got 20 gold.
Hmm.
It's currently my biggest hitting spells are 4th level.
Alright, I'm going to give you a potion of mana greater. You don't need to pay me for it.
Oh, alrighty, thank you.
Actually, that's how much is that? That's 100 GP. Yeah, well. Yeah. So yeah, the lowest is a potion of mana, and I think that's like 100 GP. Unless it got edited or something. don't know.
Well, I could
Oh.
always pay back the gesture later as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Wait, potion
Potion of
of
mana
healing
is 2 gold.
Which one am I
Okay.
doing? Am I
And the
doing?
creator is 10 gold.
That needs to be edited. I don't know why it still said 100.
Because the item is default set that way.
So, is it the greater or the? Which one am I doing?
It's the
It
greater.
is greater.
Okay.
It is
Is
greater.
it potion of mana? Greater.
So
Add
Oh.
to equipment.
well, that
Cool.
doesn't make sense. Well, it actually does kind of make sense. Hmm.
And let
We have to go
me
over some of these items and fix their values.
see.
Yeah, that's gonna be that might be just a session in general. That might be an off session in general where we just go
Out
through
of
everyone's
character-
inventory.
Do I use that later or should I use that now?
Now,
Now? Okay.
Just
I
You
mean,
know
if you
that-
use it as an action, you can actually just get up to 6 levels back. So,
Yeah. I just only have the 2 4th level slots that I need to get back.
Oh, well.
Be
on to
mindful.
it.
It will be So be mindful with how potion of mana works. If you drink it as a regular bonus action, you roll the dice like normal, and you get that many spell slots left up to any of the levels that you can cast.
If I do it as full action,
You get to pick. You get to pick any number of spell slots up to a total of 6 to get back. So if you choose a 4th level spell to get back, that's 4 out of 6. So you only have a level 2 or level 1 spell you can get back.
so if I full action it, then I could get 1 4th level back, and then
You would have 2 extra points of spells to get back, either a 2nd level or 2 1st level spells. But if you can't
Okay.
regain any of those spells, you get mana poisoned.
Okay.
So there is benefit to waiting to drink a mana potion, and you just expose it because I used my 4th level spell, my 1 4th level spell slot. I need to get that 1 4th level spell back.
I'll hold off on it until I've used more spell slots, and then get
Basically,
back to it.
yeah. Basically, I designed a potion of mana to be versatile in either the bonus action method or the action method. The action method gives you more options in terms of where you pick and choose from, but it is limited by the sense of how many points you can use for it. Where when you drink it, you run the risk of overcompensating. So if you're missing, say, you have, say, a 7 spell slots and you're only down 3, you may roll like the 1d6 plus 1, and you may roll 7 spell slots. You only can regain 3, so then you'll be affected by mana poisoning.
Okay.
So it's a risk reward thing. So sometimes it's better to take your time and drink it so you control which spell slots you get back versus, okay, I can get this many spell slots back, period. I don't have that many empty spell slots that I can refill.
So I should always try and fill it like fully as opposed to partially.
Yeah, you should try and always drink it as an action. Same thing for healing potions. As a healing potion, you drink it as an action, you just get max heal whatever that potion can do, versus the bonus action where you have to roll it.
Yeah, so if I were to do this as a full action, then I would regain 6
points
6 spell
worth,
slots.
6 points worth of spell slots. So
Okay.
basically,
So 1/4
basically
in 1 second, or 1/4 in 2 first.
Yeah, you can gain 1 6th level spell slot, 1 5th level, 1 1st level, 1 4th level, 2 1st level, 1 2nd level, 2 3rd levels back at the same time, or any combination of spell slots that equals a total of 6.
Okay.
That's the best way to
So
describe it.
I'll just use it later because if I drank it now, I'd only get 1 4th level spell slot back, and
You'd be
that's pretty
poisoned
much
for the
it.
rest of the day.
What?
You'd be mana poisoned for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Which is
Because I
not
don't
good. Which is
have
not good.
anything
You have
else.
too much. You basically would have too much mana in your body, and it would be causing
Yeah.
you. It would be causing you to roll off the wild magic surge table constantly.
That
So
does
what if
sound
we-
fun, though.
What
I
if
like
we
it.
give this to a commoner and just say it's a healing potion?
Then it could kill them. At least with casters, they can expel the energy to alleviate the mana poisoning. Commoners, if they drink it, if they haven't used mana in any way, shape, or form, they could die. Same thing for martial fighters too. If Hanyakusho was just a pure monk and he drank a mana potion, if he didn't use any magical items or anything like that, he would get poisoned by it.
Potion of warheads and give it to a commoner. It's just a warhead candies put into a potion.
Anyway, so with that, you guys get all prepped to go.
Yeah.
Phantom does also mention that he's going to be sending Casper with you to kind of just keep an eye on the situation, so that if he needs to rush out, he'll know exactly where you guys are going.
Okay, so it's me, Hengyaku, Barb, and Ragna.
And yeah, the party currently
And Casper.
consists of Casper, Moonlight, Fenrir, Barb, Tilfa, Kyoku, Ragna, and Hanyakusha.
So everyone except for Phantom and Fasha.
Pretty much.
Makes sense.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And with that, you guys start making your way out and heading towards the... Where is it? There it is. You start heading for the real estate aid firm known as Ignitz. Why did I name these stupid shit? Anyway. But we're not gonna go to the regular scheduled break right now, and yeah, it's lots of extra breaks today, unfortunately. But to be fair, it's hot, and yeah, we can use them time. So we'll be right back after this little break here, and we'll pick up right at the real estate firm. So BRB.
Angel, the fuck!
And we're back apparently.
Ah!
He's just getting
I'm
tortured.
being abused!
Not even 2 seconds. Anyway,
I did.
as our heroes are leisurely walking down the street, heading back towards the city, getting ready to go into the thing. A carriage drives by, it spits up some mud, and it lands in Hanyakushu's eye.
I hate it here. Everything hurts.
You seem to have some terrible luck when it comes to stuff getting in your eyes.
I need glasses. I never thought about it. I think I want to finally invest in like goggles.
But you wear a mask. How does this even happen?
I'll wear it over my goggles.
Well, no, I'm talking about how do you keep getting stuff in your eyes when you wear a mask?
I don't know! Shit!
This time a little gnat flies in through the eye hole of the mask and actually flies into your eye.
Stop encouraging him, Hita!
You're the one that screams every time, man. What am I supposed to
Dude,
do?
you put it at 300 bits. That is or 300 pieces, channel points. That is really
There's
low.
like 20 other rewards there! I'm sorry, I didn't expect them to repeat the same thing over and over!
But that's the fun one.
Yeah, but here's the thing also. What do I have in my cheap ass rewards? Let's
You
see.
put it at 300.
I have throw something at me. I have unlock a random stubby mode. I have send a message in TTS. Wait, is that send a message in TTS? Oh, and subscribe chat only. Never mind. Or do subscribe chat only. I have a few other things like that. A couple of 500 rewards things. I mean, no one does Neon Time for me anymore. Hardly ever does Neon Time.
Thank God!
What, you don't like Neon Time?
No!
Why not?
You really actually beat that question right now.
I am. Anyway, so as you guys,
Oh, thank God for points!
you got lucky out of points. That's because I used them all. Give it 20 minutes and it you'll have the points back. Anyway,
I hate you. Why would you tell them that?
because anyone that's been on Twitch long enough knows that's true. Anyway,
If they subscribe, they will get it faster.
indeed. But if they subscribe to me, they can give me Wrath Dice and I can use it against you. And he is subbed. Anyway.
Oh, no!
Anyway. As you guys are walking down, following Tilpa to the city, you re-enter the city again, and as a note, even though you guys are technically wanted by the police here, you do come across like the same set of guards every time you walk in through the gate. Hey. You get the feeling that these guards are probably the ones under the mafia's payroll. That's why they haven't arrested you on the spot.
You did a good job. Looking great!
They kind of look at you, go back to what they're doing.
Right, so the real estate firm is this way.
Oh, as they follow.
Oh.
Okay, can I just ban them real fast for you? Oh wait, no, that's you.
Hmm? The one in
You could have
Unlock
banned
is
me.
this.
You heard one dad joke. You heard one dad joke from my side, and your immediate reaction, can I ban?
Anyway, moving on. So she leads you through the streets and everything, and eventually you come up to Organics real estate firm, and from the outside of the building, it looks completely legitimate. So, coming on in and to the building, and you do see, standard affairs for what a real estate agency would have, and you got people waiting in line, everything like that. And Tilfa goes up. Right. So we just gotta stand in line now. This may take a couple minutes. Anyone want to stand in line with me, or?
I got nothing better else to do. Sure, why not?
Do they let pets indoors? Or
In this
summon-
scenario, no, they did not let the pets in the door.
So I'm gonna stay outside with Moonlight.
It's a service animal, though.
Technically, yes, because it helps me get around.
Crow has to
Oh, my.
stand inside.
What? The crow has to stay outside? Keck. I'll stay with Casper. Keep Casper company.
All right. And then Ben Fenrir kind of plops down next to you too, because he's not allowed to go inside. Definitely not allowed to go inside.
Yeah.
People are very cautious of Fenrir.
What? Fenrir is just a big suck. And you're all afraid of that. I could show you something really fearsome if you want.
Anyway, so standing in line, you stand in line for about 20 minutes. Like, this is a pretty busy real estate firm and everything like that. And eventually, you guys get up to the front where you're greeted by a receptionist right at the front there. Hello, welcome to Ignitis Real Estate Firm. What can we help with you today? Yeah, so... my name's Tilfa Longnose, and I was wondering if Yorick is working today. Yorick? Like, oh, right, he did mention you. Oh. Unfortunately, he has been on leave of absence for the last 2 days. Last 2 days? Or at least the official notice came in. He's been missing work quite frequently lately. Kind of worried about him. Alright, thank you. As a note, when is the... And she just goes into like a conversation to kind of hide the fact that she's there and thing, because Hanyaksha, with your passive perception, you can see behind the counter because you're so tall, comparatively. You can notice that there are some individuals that don't necessarily look like they work there normally, and you are pretty sure those are mafia members, and they seem to be more like keeping watch on everyone and everything.
I'm still disguised as a human, right?
Yeah, you disguise however you want to be when you came to the city.
Got it.
Yeah, this is big brain time.
So as you guys go through and as the Tilfa kind of puts on an act of like getting some information about the land mortgage and everything like that, and yada yada yada. Kyoku and Ragna, what are you guys doing while you wait for Hanyakusha and Tilfa to get back from the counter?
I pull out jerky and start chewing on it.
All right. And you just kind of
watch.
You're just kind of passively looking around, right?
Yeah,
All
people watching.
Kyoko's probably just keeping an eye out, making
right.
nothing goes on in this place.
Ragna, what is your passive perception? And Kyoku, make a active perception check.
Okay.
I think it's a 13.
Yeah.
How's 22 work?
All right. So the two different results thing. Passively looking around, Ragna, nothing sticks out of the normal. This is a perfect front for the mafia. Everything is legit. Everything is solid. Even the clientele look perfectly normal in it. So there's no mafia presence here at the front of the building. Kyoku, on the other hand, as you kind of are looking around nonchalantly and everything like that, you do notice that there is a little bit of tension behind the counter. They're doing a very good job not showing it outright, but you can definitely tell like some of the movements are kind of stiff, and there's not a lot of movement specifically. Anyakasha, like I said, you have your own different perception of that area. You can definitely. Quiet, puppy! God dang it!
Hyoku's gonna nudge Ragna and motion like his head over towards the back of the counter.
At which point, you kind of see that, yeah, the same set of workers are kind of moving back and forth, and none of them seem to be really going to the back for anything. But their movements feel very stiff. And again, and Hanyakasha, you know why they're stiff. There's mafia members keeping an eye on them. After about another 4 minutes of them having a Tilfa and the receptionist having a legitimate conversation about the next payment and everything like that, and something that, you know, she plays off perfectly natural. You guys step outside the building again and reconvene a little bit further away. So yeah, I'm concerned. Yorick would never call out from work. He's like most other gnomes, a workaholic. I'm concerned.
I was just gonna say that. Sorry.
No, you're not wrong. The reason why things are as complicated as they are around here.
Do you have anything that belongs to him? Or something that might have a scent?
Well,
aren't you
on
friends
me.
with him? Don't you know where he lives?
I do know where he lives, and that's why I think we should go next. But,
Okay.
I could definitely. I mean, I never really noticed it before since the last time I was here about a week ago. But it seems like they're being watched. Oh, it's very.
That's what I noticed as well. I pointed it out to Ragna.
Alright. Well, nothing we can do about that. Mafia's keeping an eye on their town. They're suspecting him of wrongdoing. I mean...
It doesn't seem like they can tell us much, even if they did know something. It seems like if they were to speak up, they'd be punished by the Mafia, but... I think we should, yeah, just head to his house then.
He lives further in the city. Follow me. As Tilpa begins leading the way back through. About another hour or so later, because see, you're traveling by foot. But hour or so of just dealing with the pedestrian traffic, and again, it's like a typical New York City busy day. Just gnomes and a few other taller individuals walking to and fro. Oh, it's a slog to get through. You know, almost as if you're well, even for you who's currently riding on Moonlight, Moonlight's having a hard time navigating through this thing. You can fly technically over them and be perfectly fine. There are some.
We have Fenrir. Doesn't people want to keep their distance from this giant wolf?
Yeah, but Fenrir is keeping towards the back of the group.
Oh, fair enough. Smart dog. Alright,
And yeah. When they see, after they see Fenrir, some of them do like, back away.
I think Bar is like, I almost think Fenrir should be in the front. People would split up and, make room for us.
I don't think that's a good idea. At least with him walking behind us, he's actually looking like he's a domestic pet. But if he was walking out in front, that could cause more issues.
I mean, when you normally walk a dog, the dog's in front of you. But, just saying.
Normally, yeah, but not when this big, usually. Also, he's not on a leash.
Yeah. Yeah. I look at Moonlight and I'm like, wonder if we. I got ideas running through my head now.
All right.
Let's keep going. So far, nothing's bad happened.
Eventually, you get to what looks to be an apartment building. It's a little bit older, kind of closer to the slum area of the city, which some of you have actually gone through, aka Fasha, Phantom, and Hanyakusha. So really, it's only Hanyakusha who knows where you guys are roughly at.
Right, this is where he lives. Apartment 216.
Is it a house or an actual apartment?
It's an actual apartment.
So we can go in, right?
Yeah, it's not one of the fancier apartments, so
She just kind of walks in. There's looks to be a gnomish girl, probably in her like early teens. She's got like a side ponytail, blonde hair, chewing bubblegum, kind of just flipping through a magazine.
We're gonna go in. Me and Moonlight. I don't know who else is coming.
Yeah, there's no sign saying no pets allowed.
Yeah, well, I would hope not, because that's against the bylaws. Anyways, yeah, we go up. I let Tilfa lead. I actually remembered her name. Wow.
You get a glory dice for that.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Given how I forgot who Tragic was, and I was like, oh wait.
Anyway. So. She takes you inside. She kind of waits over.
hey Sonia, I'm just going upstairs to see Yorick. Alright, have a good one.
Completely nonchalant, doesn't care. Although, let me just do this real fast.
I look at Tilfa. I'm like, have you ever been in his apartment unit?
When I helped him move in, yeah.
So do you know what it looks like on the other side?
I
Generally?
mean, kind of.
Can you tell Moonlight?
Well, why don't we just go up and knock first and...
Well, yeah.
Let's go check it out first before we do anything drastic.
So look at
I wasn't suggesting we break down the door or anything.
So,
Not like last time.
What happened last time?
Well, knock down the door. All right, let's go. Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
What happened last time?
she asked you, Diva.
Last time I was following the party to this like shady back alley, whatever doorway, and I knocked on the door and nobody answered. So I knocked a bit harder, and the door fell off its hinges.
Pretty much everyone else in the party knows exactly what this was. That was basically when you guys exited the building, you saw the door that was off its hinges. The same door that you came in early to that one location. So, does anyone, Hanyakusha, Ragnar, Kyoku, do you guys say anything about the story that Diva is telling Tilfa?
I mean, they weren't really there when it happened, so...
Yeah, I was. Kyoka was
But you
there.
saw the door.
This door.
I just assumed she was wild shaped for him. We really wanted in. I don't know.
Moving on. So she takes you
Sorry,
up,
I'm confused.
she takes you up to the second floor and finds room 16 on the second floor. And needs to just knock on the door.
Yorick, you're in there? It's Tilfa.
No response.
I knock a good bit louder.
Yorick. No response.
I'm gonna mage hand. Is there a window I can mage hand through?
There is no windows in this hallway. There was a door handle and a peephole.
Wait, hold on. Is this like an apartment building?
It's an apartment building.
Could
I go outside.
I could just face through the door.
Don't take the fun out of it.
So you go back outside the room. Sorry, you are outside the building, yeah?
Grab Iju.
Who's Iju?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
You grab Kyoko. Got
Kyoko.
it. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
point to which build. Point to which. Actually, scratch that. Grab Tilfa. Huh?
What?
I need you for a quick second.
Oh no, this is gonna end well.
Wait,
Point to
are
which
you-
window.
So
I think it's in the alleyway.
Walks to the alleyway.
Look it up. I think it's
oh no, no.
that one, and she points to a window on the second floor. There was a fire escape up to that room.
I
Where's the
throw a
fire
grappling
escape?
hook.
I could have just mage handed it down.
Can I look
Take
into the
fun
people?
out of it. I have 3 grappling hooks. I want to use one of them.
While they're doing
You
that,
throw the grappling hook and you make a
Fucking
dexterity. Make a dexterity check for it. I want to see how well it lands.
It fucking lands into the window.
Not one.
while they're doing that, can I look in the peephole?
Make a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh joy!
Was that not one?
I haven't.
I hate. I'm gonna need you to stop talking anytime I roll.
Well,
Because every time you say something, you count. You always make it the worst roll possible.
what's the roll? Oh,
12.
12 for you.
It was 8.
It was 8 for you. Was that a natural one?
No.
No. All right. Well, you do not hit the windowsill of the window. You do hit the bottom of the fire escape with a loud bang, and the grappling hook just drops back down to the ground.
I'm gonna throw it again.
All right, do another dexterity check for me. The DC is lower because you have done the first attempt.
A 7.
As far as
I'm about to mute you.
What did the 12 get for the
so
perception?
you can see into the room, but it's a reverse fisheye. You can
Okay.
see light from the other side. You really can't make out any discerning details, anything.
I see open floor area.
Kind of. Hanyakusha, what'd you get for your dexterity check?
A 9.
A 9.
I'll just wait.
This time you throw it up, it doesn't hit the windowsill again, it hits the side. You're trying to avoid hitting the direct bottom of the fire escape. You don't hit the direct bottom of the fire escape, but you do miss it, and it doesn't hook onto anything and falls back, and the hook falls back down to the ground.
So, do I hear this going on?
No,
I don't.
you guys are inside the
Third
building.
time's the charm.
I'm like, where did
Alright.
Hanyakusha go?
And what's that?
13.
dexterity check? 13. All right. Because every single time you're aiming for a different location, the DC to get slightly lower. You do not quite get like the grappling hook onto the thing, but you do grapple the ladder, and you give it a quick pull, and the ladder comes down.
Yeah, good enough.
Yoku will look over to Hengyaku. Good job, you got it. Third try.
Third time to try.
Realizing that Kyoko
No,
follows you
from
after with
you.
Tilfa.
Look, I offered to get it down easier, but you wanted to do it this way.
Make a
You
deception
waited too
check.
long to offer help.
Make a deception check because you did not offer a chance to get the fire escape down easier.
Barb is gonna wonder where everyone else went. Or
As far as you know, 3 of the 4 people are missing.
That's a dirty 20.
well, I'm gonna go look for them.
Yeah. He, as far as you can tell, he plays that off. Like, yeah, I offered you, you didn't listen. So, climbing up to the fire escape to the second door, looking into the window, the blinds are currently shut.
Is the window locked?
Lifting the lock up, or lifting the window frame, it is locked.
I don't want to break the window by my who?
Do we have a crowbar?
Just mage hand it.
Oh my god, it's so frustrating this work is.
I have a simpler
I'm gonna
option.
mage hand.
Meanwhile,
Is it within I could see in range? So if I could see it from the other side, I could.
you can, you can see through the window and see the latch for it.
Okay, so it's just a within sight kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna manifest a mage hand on the other side and undo the lock.
All right, then you manipulate the window. It's an old window. It's not the best sealed window, so there's probably a little bit of gaps in the wind, gaps where air can get in.
And
Utilizing this, you manage to make the mage hand on the inside of the thing, and with the lock through the window unhitches, and the window opens.
while they're doing that,
Meanwhile, on the hallway of the room where Fenrir,
I was trying to say something.
where Fenrir and Ragnar are located, what are you guys doing at the door?
I was gonna say I'm just gonna shrink the door.
You cannot shrink the door.
Why?
Why? It's an item.
It's technically not an item, it's an object. Well, it's not it's not an
An
item.
object is an item. Can I shrink the doorknob?
No, but you can try the doorknob.
Okay. Can we open the door?
The door is unlocked.
Oh my lord. Hey, you got
And then you hear like Ijuin locks the door.
I hate that.
I walk in. I walk in.
You open the door as the window gets open, and Hanyakisha Tilva and Kyoku enter through the window.
Yes, I respond. I tell them, I'm like, I would have told you, but you ran off before I was finished. The door was
I
just.
thought it would have been funny just to see you walk. Think on
Roll a deception check for that.
The door was just unlocked, but okay, you have fun.
No, roll a deception check for that because you did not know that.
Yeah, roll a deception check. You did not know that the door was unlocked.
13. I didn't know it was unlocked, but you didn't wait long enough for me to find out.
I believe you.
Alright. Immediately looking into the room, you do notice that, yeah, something is definitely amiss in the room. Specifically, the room is trashed.
That's not a good sign.
It looks like someone, looks like there was a struggle inside the room here.
Is
It looks like
there
there's a
any-
struggle here.
I'm gonna look for some clothing. I'm gonna look for some clothing to find anything that might have a scent of our target and give it to Moonlight.
Easy enough to do. You fly over to one of the wardrobes, which is slightly smashed into the wall, and you find some clothing for Moonlight sniffing on.
Yeah, it probably might help that we get this sent to Fenrir too, but
Yeah.
I don't know if Fenrir is in the hallway or outside in the front.
Tilfa is looking around the room. What in the world happened?
Don't know, but we
Okay.
got.
Can Kyoku also like look around, try and find anything?
Make an investigation check. You know what? I'll give you advantage because of what Tilfa rolled for her investigation check.
18.
18. All right, and that was with advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Tilfa rolled a natural 20.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
So
just get in
as
there
you
before-
guys begin looking around, Kyoku, from what you are investigating, you can kind of get a clear image of how this struggle happened. Going to the door or looking at it, the door was unlocked, but then you also see scuff marks on the inside of the door, as if the door was also kicked in at the same time. So your theory right now is that, okay, someone knocked at the door, he opened the door, and the door was bashed in. And then as the struggle continued backwards, Yorick, I think the man who was currently Yorick, the man you're currently looking for, or clearly put up a fight. I started throwing. It looks like there was stuff thrown. And into that, he knocked a few people aside and everything. But you get a clear understanding of just how aggressive this kidnapping was, and it definitely looks like a kidnapping. Meanwhile, while you're kind of like being Detective Sherlock Holmes about this and like pointing out like here's where all this happened, Tilfa kind of goes over to one side of the room and moves a piece of furniture out of the way, and then kind of looks behind and pulls out a box. By the way, also just have to mention, this room is gnome size, so you guys, so everyone that isn't Barb is currently crouching.
Nice.
The hallway was a little bit bigger, so you guys just kind of like were arching your neck. But yeah, here on this actual floor in the actual room, you are actually crouching into the room here, or bending over at least.
Then that means Fenrir is outside, probably.
And Fenrir's in the hallway. He's kind of keeping watch.
Well, I mean, with his size, I don't think anything would get by.
Pretty much, yeah.
So,
Well, the hallway, like I said, is a little bit bigger.
yeah, but
Still gnome size. Like they made the hallway taller than the actual rooms.
yeah, usually the case.
Yeah, usually the case. Anyway, so, Tilford brings the box over to the broken frame of the bed. What's this? Puts it down and opens it up. Starts rifling through the papers that are currently in there. Meanwhile, you guys looking for anything else in the room?
Well, I already got the scent for Moonlight.
Ragna Hanyakusha?
Sure, I think the scent's the best best thing to get.
I'll investigate.
Do you want to investigate more of the room, or did you want to investigate the paperwork that Tilfa found?
The paperwork until the fell.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I guess I'll investigate the room. That's 11.
11, yeah. So you're kind of like looking around and trying to find other things of what could have happened. It looks like they didn't. It looks like they were violent, but they didn't use lethal tactics when trying to kidnap them. There's no bullet holes. There's no thing. And there is a little splat of blood, kind of like if someone got knocked really hard in the face and they spit out blood. But that's about it. Sorry, sorry to say this. Hanyakusha, convert the roll you just made into an intelligence check, actually.
It wouldn't change the difference.
You want to change the difference? All right, what did you get?
15.
15?
I only have one.
Yeah, so 15. You're not a super knowledgeable person on regards of forms or spreadsheets or anything like that. That was not something they taught you in the monk school. But you do see the symbol for currency and the numbers next to them, and they're not small sums of money either. They're pretty large sums of money. These look like transactional reports, and
locations. I think the mafia was laundering money through the farm.
And he found out about it.
I'm really concerned. Normally if something like this was discovered, they just kill him on the spot. But why kidnap him?
Probably too valuable.
Ragna, make a religion check for me, please.
Then he becomes sacrificed. No.
You do see something in investigating with the room. Actually, we'll put this in here. Kyoku, you find something on the ground. It looks to be like a pendant, and it carved out of wood and everything. You hold it up and show it to Ragna. Ragna, while you are not the most versed in every form of scripture, you do recognize that this symbol is very cult-like.
So it's religious, but it doesn't go to the pantheon.
Yeah, it's similar, or it's definitely a religious symbol, but it is definitely demonic in stylization. Unfortunately, due to the role, you do not know to whom it is dedicated to.
Okay, I was joking, but he might actually have been taken to be sacrificed. Let's just go try to find him quickly.
Could I try and recall any knowledge that my parents had taught me about
Make
religion?
a religion check.
I might as well do so as well.
Make a religion check.
That is a 15.
Alright, and Hanyakusha?
This is also 15.
3 15s in a row from us.
Oh, good set of rolls here. So, different sets of knowledge come up. For you, Kyoku, you remember what your parents taught you about stuff, and taught how demonic cults are usually individuals that are dissatisfied with some aspect of their life and everything like that, and how they turn to the power of demons to try and better themselves or better their lives, only to ultimately bring about their own downfall due to the nature that demons cannot be trusted. But as far as what this symbol belongs to, you know nothing. Hanyakusha, you have a different understanding of the symbol. You recognize it in one of the textbooks you've read before, but it's one of those textbooks you kind of skimmed through, and you didn't kind of absorb all the information. But you do realize that this is kind of dedicated to a demon known for its trickery and cunning. That's about all the knowledge that you have from that.
Yeah, we gotta fight him quickly.
So Fenrir gets the scent and everything like that. Just gives a satisfying run.
Alrighty. Well,
All right.
seems that Fenrir has picked up the scent. I think we should go right now. I fear that if we linger around here too much, it will be too late by the time we get there, so we have to hurry.
Let's move.
Yep.
Alright. Quickly heading out of the building, you proceed further into Frizzell. And you travel to pretty much the southern end of Frizzell itself. As Moonlight continues to lead away. It's gonna do a quick roll check here real fast, and about halfway along your journey, just following following Moonlight. Moonlight kind of stops at an intersection, is like sniffing around, everything like that. As you kind of are working things out. Anyakusha, you recognize a guard walking down the street. Not a guard. You recognize a cop walking down the street. He holds in his hand a list of. He holds in his hand a piece of paper that has several different images depicted on it. And from the quick glance that you see of it, you recognize a good portion of them, actually. They are the members of the Fire Charmers. And then there's this one guy you don't quite recognize. It's kind of weird. And you have no idea.
I'm not refunding you, Iju.
But as he kind of is looking around, he's looking at the paper. He kind of looks up towards your group, looks down, doesn't double take, folds up the paper.
Wave.
Hello there.
Hello there.
I got a few questions for you lot.
I have a question for you.
Comes up, he has his hand on his baton. This is the gnome police officer walking
man,
up
out
to
of
you.
character, I almost want to be like.
What seems to be the problem, officer?
I'd like you guys to come down to the station with me, if you'd be so kind.
If I was still the bard I was, I'd wave my hand and be like, "These are not the adventures you're looking for."
Unfortunately for us, we have prior matters that's way more important to be dealt with at the moment.
I'm sure they can wait.
No, we're looking for a missing person.
No, it can't. We're looking. Thank you.
It is quite literally a matter of life and
Where'd you
death
see it?
for a gnome.
I'm sure that you can explain this all down at the station. Now,
Yoku,
he pulls out his baton. Shall we go to the station?
Sir, are you releasing violence towards me? Yeah?
If I must.
Isn't that against the code of laws since I am an unknown person?
You seem to be consorting with a bunch of criminals, as he points towards Ragna, Kyoku, and Barb as well. I forget, did Barb register as part of the Fire Charmers? I think she did in Dragonia.
Can I cast, was it Summon Woodland Beings?
Make a sleight. Are you trying to cast it stealthily?
like,
No, I'm a druid. I do stuff like this all the time.
Alright.
What is he gonna expect from a small little person?
As you begin
that
to
is
cast the
not
spell,
trying
he reaches, he points his hand at you, who mutters a word, and your spell, and it's a 3rd level spell or lower.
No.
I tend to knock him out.
yeah,
not.
no. At this point,
Yeah, I try to do it peacefully.
Make an attack roll, Hanyakusha.
Oh, the one thing I'm good at.
Oh no.
I was
Wait,
like,
so
he
you-
puts his hand on his baton and like, what's that going to do?
There's a 13 hit.
13. I'll say hits. Yes. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Non-lethal.
Of course. You said knock him out specifically, yeah.
That's 10 points of damage.
All right. So you hit him once. He still seems to be slightly standing.
Alright, I'm hitting him again.
All right.
well, no, oh, never mind.
How's a 22?
22 hits.
If you're gonna make me further blows this cop, I swear to God. 9.
Oh boy. Boy.
Are you gonna make me further blows this
What
cop?
was the damage?
9.
9. All right. He, in the quick duration of your attacks, you do see that. Oh no, he is definitely a little bit tougher Probably one more good hit would get him.
Can I roll to attack as well?
Not yet.
Okay, no worries.
Listen to the words I said, Hanyakusha. One more good attack should hit. I should do it.
I know, but you use both of my extra attacks.
It's called a
That means I have to.
it's called a bonus action off unarmed attack.
Did I already did that?
You have 2 normal attacks. That was your first 2 attacks. This is
I've been holding back this whole time.
You have extra attack, right?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
thought that was the extra attack.
No, pretty much extra attack means that you can use your attack when you attack. You can do 2 attacks in 1 round.
21. Take this fucking
Right? Roll the damage.
14 damage.
14 damage on that one. Yeah, that third one knocks him out. Just a quick, like you punch her to the gut. You punch her to the gut. You not punch up.
I kicked him in the nuts.
You kick him in the nuts. You punch him in the chest, and you chop the back of his neck. Okay, he just goes.
I'm still going to cast summon or conjure woodland beings.
Alright.
I'm gonna get 2 dryads.
So it's based off of the local creatures here, is how it's normally works. You're in the middle of a city, so there's not really many dryads that would be available. But it's what level is a dryad? CR?
1.
1?
Mm-hmm.
I am so upset at myself.
Also, I do
This-
apologize for talking over.
We'll do it this way. It's not quite a CR1 level, but I think it'll be funny, and that's why I'm doing it. So as you come in the woodland beings, several, like 4 pigeons seem to fly down to the ground to you. They're all different shapes and sizes. One's really tall, but kind of. One's like a really tall pigeon. The other one's kind of a really squat, fat pigeon. Another one seems to be like just really puffed up in the chest for some reason. Like he has like bench presses, everything. And you got this other, like more little pigeon that kind of looks a little young and everything. They fly down and they salute you.
Are there any trees that are human-sized in the area?
Oh, there are trees, yes.
So can I just touch one and be like, pull a dryad out of it?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, because this is
The nature of the city doesn't allow for that. That's the issue.
I see.
Yeah, but
suck.
in terms of the equivalents, it's 2 dryads you would summon, right?
Unless they can charm, there's no point in getting them. That's why I wanted the dryads.
Well, he's unconscious anyway.
I wasn't planning on using on him. I was thinking ahead.
But these pigeons seem far more capable than typical pigeons, especially the one that's really buff. That guy can bench.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know how to feel.
I look at the pigeon for an extended amount of time, and then I bend down to it. I kind of kneel down. Flex.
Yes.
The pigeon looks at you. You don't see its eyes. His like massive like eyebrow is covering his eyes. It flexes with you.
Yoku joins in.
Just that one pigeon. The kind of squat one just face. The kind of squat one kind of face palms. Same thing for the tall one.
Also, did you just pull out the penguins from Madagascar?
Maybe.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
The highly capable pigeons, man.
Small.
I'll just give them a command. Do whatever you want. Keep the guards away from us.
In the familiar beast speech, it's saying, "You understood, boss. Yes, we'll keep those pesky coppers busy for you."
All right.
Rico, let's go.
God. Damn it.
Alright.
It's not what I had
Legends of
intended, but
Cestria.
it'll have to do.
I'll have to do. And yes, for the purposes of what you're trying to do, it'll do. Yeah. So, meanwhile, you got an unconscious cop on the ground, and people may be starting to notice.
Run.
I pick him up and say, "Oh God, he passed out. What's wrong? Man, we gotta take him to the hospital quickly."
Yes, I will administer. I can administer CPR or something to him.
You saw Hunyang.
Not here.
Yeah. Bob saw him knock him out, so you know what's going on.
I know what's going on. I don't agree with it, but I know what's going on.
What do you?
I saw no reason to harm the officer. Like,
There was no. He wasn't. He was literally about to attack us.
Guys, I think
I'll
we should
take
get
you to
moving.
pay attention for the past few weeks.
Guys, I think we should get moving.
okay, let's get moving.
I carried the man and just start running.
You guys just run off.
God.
Eventually,
No.
you find a quiet place to lay him down. He's not waking up for any time soon.
Okay,
What
I gotta
time
be
up?
back for a bit.
We'll come back for him later.
So yeah, you put him down in an alley somewhere, just calm and peaceful. So as you guys more rapidly leave the location you were just at, Hanyakusha, Barb, and
We lost someone.
we
We
lost
lost.
Ragna.
We lost Rabbit.
Yeah. Well, Kyoku, Barb, and Hanyakusha, out of the corner of your eyes with your passive perceptions, you see several other cops coming to try and investigate what's going on, only to be delayed, distracted, or intercepted by 4 pigeons doing various things. If you weren't running away from the scene at hand, it would be a very funny thing to watch. But unfortunately, time does not allow it.
Oh boy. Well, at least, doing the jobs.
For the sake of roleplay, I was gonna say, can I cast haste on us? I know it's probably just a single target spell, but
If you upcast it, you can cast it on multiple people.
is haste only 3rd level?
It starts
Haste
off
is
at third
third.
level, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, wait.
It's a very powerful spell for a reason. Why is that 3rd level?
Oh, I don't even see the option to upcast it in 4th level. I don't have 4th level spell slots, so never mind. I only have
There's a
3rd
way
level.
to.
Wait, no,
never
never mind. It is not.
There's a way for haste to cast 4 people while only targeting 2.
I do not know the way.
Target the mounts, and then have people ride them.
That's true.
We don't have mounts.
Fenrir.
Moonlight and Fenrir. Jesus.
I'm pretty sure that's only 2 people can ride those 2 things.
Yeah, but you cast haste on the 2, and then the 2 people riding also get the speed bonus because they're riding.
Moonlight could mount Fenrir, and we just.
The point about it is only you and Tilfa is going to be the only people who will be able to move faster.
Okay, but it saves from having to cast it on 4 of us.
Last time my friend of ours moved faster than the party, they got a spear to the chest.
So out of character, should I even cast it or
I would probably hold off.
hold off? Okay.
No. Okay.
Anyway,
Is-
so, moving on. Eventually, you do make your way further into the city, and then you eventually come up to a new location. Let me just go here real fast. You come up to this older style building. built in an age long since gone, probably from the early times of Brazil itself. It's a very historic looking building. At the front of the area, you see Mills Emporium.
Of course. Why am I not surprised?
Fenrir looks over. Fenrir kind of points in the direction of that's where he's being held. Tilford then chimes in. Mills Emporium. They're an antique and curiosity shop, and also auction house.
Huh.
He's being sold!
I'm gonna go check it out as a customer.
That might be one of the best ways for us to do it.
With Moonlight.
Hmm.
Yeah, do they let pets in the store or no?
Probably not.
I doubt it.
There's
I'm
a
gonna
lot
go
of-
in and...
There's... I'm not even sure how we should go about sneaking in there.
Disguise self. I look like a mafia bodyguard.
A very,
going
very
to-
tall mafia bodyguard.
I'm going to walk in the store. Well, I'm going to ride.
Kyoku chimes up. He has an idea. Couldn't we cause a distraction outside to try and get them to come check it out and then slip past them then?
That's the thing. It's this well-established building and business. If anything, you'll probably just attract the cops.
And apparently the cops are not on our side, or at least not all of them are on our side right now.
Can Barb try and just walk in with, well, ride in with Moonlight?
You're gonna leave the
His
party behind.
plans does not matter. Okay, go on. Yeah.
So,
I'm just gonna ride in with Moonlight.
alright. You get up to the door. There are a couple of individuals at the door front. Apologies, ma'am, but no pets are allowed in the building.
This is a service animal. He helps me with my mobility
I
issues.
understand, and while service animals are normally allowed, on this day there are some very sensitive items on display, and the owner of these items is trying to sell them, has requested no pets to be allowed on the premises at this time.
Could you bring said items outside so I could see them? I am interested
No.
in what the store sells.
No. We are technically
Where's
not
the-
a store. We are more of an... While we may sell various items of high value and ancient pristine, I mean, this is not a typical store. One goes to buy things. We sell antiquities, but we do not stock them, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, it's like an auction.
Exactly.
Okay.
I can give you
Well,
a
if you won't
list.
let me-
I can give you a brochure that has all of tonight's items for auction.
Please do.
Very well then. And turns around and pulls out a pamphlet. Here you are, ma'am.
Thank you. Take the pamphlet. And I go back.
Alright.
See, that wasn't so hard. Now we know what they're selling tonight. You didn't have, you know.
You think what, that his name is gonna pop up in the selling book?
No, but at least we'll see if there's anything interesting.
What the?
That's not what we're here for, though.
I know, but I tried. I got something. out of it.
Priorities.
DM, can I look around, see if there's maybe like a back entrance?
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check based on how distracted you get along the way as you walk the perimeter of the building.
I could try blinking in there, but that'd be a distraction. You guys would have to act on.
23.
23. All right, I'll get back to you in a second. It's gonna take a moment for you to walk around the entire building.
Yeah. Well, while you're looking for a way in, I'm gonna look at the brochure and see what they're selling.
Let's see what they're selling. Ragna chimed in. Looking through the brochure, you do see a number of like strange artifacts. Mostly, they are just. They seem to be old ruin pieces or old like decorative pieces strewn about throughout the ages and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to roll something for Ragna since he had to disappear, unfortunately.
Do you know what happened?
I
just know you popped
have
out.
no idea. Something popped up, probably.
I might have to disappear too because my roommate ordered pizza and I don't know when it'll get here.
Where is vision check? All right, roll the 15. That's all the 15s today, man. Oh man. Looking through, Ragna points out these artifacts right here. Yeah, and it points to like these like it points to a few little obelisk type items, I think. These things are definitely not your standard lost relics of the church or anything like that. In fact, I'm pretty sure I recognize some abyssal writings on here.
Is that so? Did we try and acquire any of them while we're investigating?
If
I feel like we don't have our priorities taken while we're really here. Huh?
I can't go in with Moon Knight, so someone's gonna have to carry me in because I'm, supposed to be mobility challenged.
DM,
Well, yeah, thanks to your idea now.
While you guys are looking through the brochure, I'm going to jump over back to Kyoku real fast.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your question, Kyoku?
once I get back, since I do have proficiency with Abyssal, do you think I could take a look at that pamphlet? Not that I don't know if they would still be talking about it, but or if I would notice.
Yeah. For the sake of ease of access, yes, you do see them looking at the pamphlet, and then you take a look at it yourself when you get back. But first, your thing. Walking. Yeah, it was a 23.
23.
23. All right. So as you kind of are walking around, just nonchalantly, casually, you do get a very good look at everything happening on the side of the building. There are several other entrances into the building, probably like service entrances and other like things. But what really catches your eye is in the back half of the building, where you do see a wagon and a whole bunch of crates being offloaded. But what really catches your eye is that you do recognize some of the you do recognize that there are some mafia members here with their familiar uniform garb and their fedora type hats. So they are offloading these boxes into the back, and they seem to be pretty well guarded. So something is definitely going on in this building at this moment. As for what, you can't really see beyond that. But
I take note of it.
you take note of it. And you know what? That's make another perception check as you make your way back around.
22.
22. Well, that definitely succeeds in that aspect. There is something you do notice as you're about to walk around. You see something that looks like someone trying to run before they get stopped and fall flat on their face, and two mafia members quickly rush out, grab them, and start carrying them back inside.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Do note, you counted probably about 10 to 15 minimum mafia members nearby
Okay.
as you make your way back to the party and you see that.
I could sneak in.
I'm gonna note that. I'm gonna note what I saw to the party, without obviously trying to not get the people at the front knowing what I'm trying to say.
Well, you know, you guys are a decent distance away.
Okay. Then I'm gonna be like, I took a look around the back. There's mafia members back there, about 10, 15 of them. Someone tried to run away, it seems, but they got stopped by the mafia members and dragged back inside. Something's definitely going on back there.
What are they doing in the back, though? They're unloaded. What are they doing?
They're unloading boxes into the back of a wagon.
Unloading boxes from the back of a wagon. Well,
No, from the Emporium into the wagon.
Okay, well, if we
No, they're offloading it from the wagon into the Emporium.
I thought you were saying they're offloading it into the wagon. They're offloading it from the wagon.
That would be them loading the wagon.
I think our food is here, so I'm gonna have to step away for like 30 minutes.
Well, give me 1 second to finish off thing.
No worries.
So afterwards, you kind of see the brochure of the items there, and you do recognize the abyssal words on there. The language is ancient, and it's like trying to read like ancient English or anything like that. It is. You get a gist of it, but you do not understand it. But you recognize one word on each of them. One word that remains relatively the same from ancient times to current times. The word blood, written on each of these obelisks. The rest of the text you do not quite understand. But being a wizard, make an Arcana check for me real fast.
Okay. At 24, what the fuck is with my rolls?
Very good rolls, to be precise. From
Yeah.
what you can tell, though, these obelisks are not just like mere decorations. These seem to be components for a ritual. The way that they're built, the way that they're shaped, the way that they are designed, the familiar text between each of them. They're planning to do a ritual of some sort.
Yoku looks towards Ragna. Ragna, these are ritual components. The words there, I can't read out most of it, but the one consistent throughout it all is the word blood.
They really are planning to sacrifice them. What do we do?
I mean, well, we could take one option, which was to sneak, which was to either walk in, a couple of bodyguards transporting an important individual, or we could try to sneak through the back by hopping into one of the boxes of the carriages.
That, or there is a couple other entrances. I mean, the back one is pretty heavily guarded. Like I mentioned, 10 to 15 people. I doubt we could get into one of those boxes without anyone noticing.
There's also information in the brochure about the auction taking place tonight.
Is it a private event?
It does seem to be a private event.
So you must be on the list kind of private event, or just...
Perhaps. It doesn't really state that. It does say that it is more of a closed auction to invited guests only, but who's to say?
I really started to think the first plan.
I don't think there's much of a good plan here either way, if I'm being completely honest.
We could always try and sneak in during the event. If the Mafia is running something that could be potentially very dangerous, they're probably going to be keeping a very close eye on the guests, making sure that the guests come in. So we might be able to have an easier time sneaking in through other ways.
Maybe.
Do you think that any illusions could help us get in?
Most likely.
But if it's anything like the last time, they might have a barrier up certain as we walk through the door.
Not likely. I
What if
asked my grandpa about that type of barrier last night, and he says that that type of barrier is really complicated and hard to maintain. The amount of magical energy needed to it can really only be done through the white stones that are surrounding, if it's made out of it. And that building is not made of white stone.
And as you look at the old building, it is not predominantly made of white stone. The stone is white, of course, but a lot of it looks more like brick, mortar, and plaster.
If we were to try and get in those crates, perhaps I could make an illusion enough to be able to give us time to get in there. But that's iffy if it'll work.
Does it go either way? It's hard to tell which was the good call here. Both has equal amount of danger. Actually, so well, no, the first one doesn't have an equal amount of danger because the worst thing they could do is shoot us all.
DM, how heavy did that wagon look?
It was a decently weighted wagon, it looked like.
My out of character, my thinking was moving the wagon, creating a minor illusion of the wagon in front of the wagon, and then getting in the real one, removing the illusion of the other one. And they're like, how did this, get...
You know how quick you have to be, though.
Yeah, I know. I mean, minor illusion is only a minute.
Very complicated.
It is.
And you already said that it was like 10 to 15 guards already outside.
Since Barb is AFK at the moment. Alright. Then. You can also turn invisible and sneak in that way as well.
Yeah, but that only helps you.
But what if I went in and unlocked the door from the inside?
As much as I know, there's only 2 doors.
No,
Unless
no.
there's a third entrance somewhere.
I said it, that there was other entrances on the side.
So basically,
That is what you said, DM, right?
yeah, pretty much here's the description of the building. There's the main entrance, which is a pretty big entrance. There is a couple of side entrances, maybe 1, 2 on each side of the building. And then on the back half, there's a larger kind of loading area that you can unload like larger items and things like that.
I guess we're going with the invisible idea.
Right. I also... This might sound strange, but I think I might also have something that can help us out tonight as well. Let's head back to my house for now, and we'll formulate a plan. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
From the looks of it, they're not planning on doing anything at the moment, so...
No, if they're really setting up a ritual, then
maybe
your friend here wouldn't be harmed until the ritual is to be completed.
they might also be sacrificing the people in attendance as well.
One person wouldn't be simply enough, as much as my books would let me know. One person wouldn't simply be enough for something so big.
So let's head back to my house and we'll plan from there.
Alrighty.
And with that, you guys make your way back to the house. The time of day that you return is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The auction is said to start at 9 o'clock that evening. But that is where we'll end today's session. As you guys reconvene back at Jim Park's house to plan for the future possible raid on this other building. And with that, I do want to bid everyone a good day, good night. Right? Tune in next week, hopefully, for keeping an eye out on Twitter or on YouTube for updates on if the streams are going to go off next week for me. Remember to be kind to everyone. Remember to have conversations with people if there are misunderstandings, and we'll see you guys next time. Twitch side, stick around. We're gonna go raid somebody. All right, but we'll see you all next time. Have a good one.